But I promise you, being 50, okay, I just turned 50 in August, life only gets better. Does
Yes.
that make sense?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I have a,
I
I,
so
oh,
scared. You're
100,
so scared to be
yeah.
50,
Yeah, one hundred
and here
percent.
I
You know,
am.
I can relate to that. And I'm 63 now. You know, so I've got a few years on you. You know, but I can honestly tell you that I wouldn't trade my experience for anything.
You have to just keep going over these things. Bodybuilding is all about repetition. Lee Labrada speaking. At 65 years old, the man known as Mass with Class looks like he could step onto a bodybuilding stage tomorrow and place. While most men his age are struggling with basic fitness, the legendary IFBB Mr. Universe champion is still maintaining competition-level conditioning, still training at the gym with precision, and still proving that excellence isn't about age, it's about discipline. This isn't some genetic lottery winner or pharmaceutical miracle. This is a man who cracked the code on lifelong vitality through disciplined nutrition and scientific consistency. Labrada achieved top 4 Mr. Olympia finishes in all 7 of his appearances, finished second twice, and became one of the most aesthetically perfect bodybuilders in history. Today, we're revealing the nutrition secrets that have kept him looking 40 at 65. The Labrada Nutrition Revolution. I've learned that if your nutrition is off, everything is off. It has taken me many years to find out what works best for my physique, Labrada explains. His approach isn't trendy or complicated. It's built on decades of trial, error, and results that speak for themselves. Throughout his bodybuilding career, Labrada showed dedication towards sticking to his nutrition plan that is simply unparalleled. He weighed every single food item that he consumed, not estimating, not guessing. Every gram measured with precision. This level of discipline separated him from competitors who had bigger frames or better genetics. Labrada built perfection through perfect execution. The 6-meal foundation. Lee Labrada followed a simple meal plan during his bodybuilding career where he ate 6 meals every day. Each meal consisted of a minimum of 40 grams of protein. He also ate healthy quantities of fats and carbohydrates. However, the fats and carb intake changed according to the stage of training, like competition prep or off-season. Having 6 meals a day kept his metabolism levels in check. When you eat frequently throughout the day, your metabolism stays elevated. Your body constantly processes food, constantly burns calories, constantly provides nutrients to muscles for growth and repair. This wasn't just about building muscle. It was about creating a metabolic machine that burned fat efficiently year-round. The competition diet that built a legend meal. 1. The Power Breakfast. 10 egg whites providing pure protein without fat. 1 cup of oatmeal for slow-digesting complex carbohydrates. 1 cup of Greek yogurt, adding probiotics and additional protein. 1 tablespoon of fish oil for omega-3 fatty acids and joint health. This breakfast provided approximately 50 grams of protein, 60 grams of carbohydrates, and healthy fats to start the day with stable energy. Meal 2. The Mid-Morning Protein Boost. 1 scoop of whey protein mixed with water. This quick protein hit between breakfast and lunch prevented muscle breakdown and maintained an anabolic environment. Simple, fast, effective. Meal 3. Lunch for sustained energy. 8 ounces of chicken breast, the cleanest lean protein available. 10 ounces of sweet potatoes providing complex carbs with low glycemic index. 1 cup of vegetables for fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Almonds, cashews, and seeds for healthy fats and micronutrients. This meal fueled afternoon training sessions while supporting recovery from morning workouts. Meal 4. Afternoon muscle maintenance. 8 ounces of chicken breast again, maintaining that constant protein flow. 1.5 cups of rice and black beans combining complete protein with complex carbohydrates. 1 cup of vegetables, ensuring micronutrient density. 1 granola muffin for additional energy and mental satisfaction. Labrada understood that sustainable nutrition allows for foods you enjoy within a structured plan. Meal 5. Dinner for overnight recovery. 8 ounces of salmon, orange roughy, or halibut providing complete protein plus omega-3s. 10 ounces of sweet potatoes for complex carbs. 1 cup of vegetables maintaining fiber intake. Sorbet for a sweet finish without excessive sugar. This meal prepared his body for overnight recovery and muscle protein synthesis during sleep. Meal 6, the final protein dose. 1 scoop of whey protein ensuring amino acids available throughout the night. 1 tablespoon of fish oil for additional healthy fats and inflammation reduction. This final meal prevented overnight catabolism and supported muscle maintenance during the fasting period of sleep. The precision that made perfection. The amount of dedication that Labrada showed towards sticking to his nutrition plan is simply unparalleled. He weighed every single food item that he consumed. This wasn't obsessive behavior. This was professional execution. When your physique is your profession, precision isn't optional, it's mandatory. This meticulous approach to nutrition allowed Labrada to achieve what few bodybuilders ever accomplish. Consistent top placings at Mr. Olympia without ever looking blocky, watery, or off. His conditioning was always sharp. His symmetry was always perfect. His muscle bellies were always full. This level of consistency only comes from nutritional precision executed day after day, year after year. The macronutrient strategy, Lee Labrada's diet plan, had a major share of proteins. He kept the proportion of his carb and fat intake variable in accordance with his training goals. When preparing for competition, carbohydrates decreased while protein stayed high. Fats were kept moderate to support hormone production without adding excess calories. During off-season, Labrada increased his daily caloric intake, but made sure it came from nutritious food items only. He never followed the traditional bulking approach where bodybuilders eat everything in sight and gain massive amounts of fat along with muscle. Labrada stayed lean year-round, making his contest preparation easier and less stressful on his body. The food foundation that built mass with Class Labrada's nutrition consisted of numerous nutritious food items. Complex carbohydrates came from yams, Yukon gold potatoes, rice, oatmeal, and beans. These provided sustained energy without blood sugar chaos. Lean proteins included chicken breast, fish, egg whites, and protein supplements. These built and maintained muscle without excessive calories from fat. Healthy fats came from fish oil, nuts, seeds, and small amounts of whole eggs. He also ate yogurt for probiotics and gut health. Fresh fruits provided quick-digesting carbohydrates and essential micronutrients. Vegetables appeared in every lunch and dinner, providing fiber, vitamins, minerals, and compounds that support overall health. What's remarkable about Labrada's nutrition is its simplicity. No exotic foods, no expensive imports, just clean whole foods prepared consistently and consumed with discipline. This approach is sustainable for decades because it's based on readily available foods that taste good and make you feel good. The anti-bulking philosophy. Labrada relied on a healthy and nutritious diet plan even in his off-season. Unlike modern bodybuilders who torture themselves with extreme bulking and cutting phases, Labrada discovered something revolutionary. Eat clean year-round. No dramatic swings, no metabolic damage, no psychological stress from constant dietary changes. This approach maintains metabolic flexibility, keeps the body in a constant state of readiness, and eliminates the yo-yo effect that ages most people prematurely. Labrada never had to lose 40 pounds before a contest. He maintained his conditioning year-round, making small adjustments to macronutrients and total calories, rather than completely overhauling his diet. The current nutrition philosophy. At 65, Labrada's nutrition plan is a lot different from his competing days. It has higher amounts of calories, and a certain part comes from good sources of fats, such as olive oil and fish oil. He eats a clean whole food diet, but it's not calorically restricted, so he doesn't have to employ willpower constantly to stay in good shape. He still eats lean protein foods like fish and chicken. He doesn't shy away from including dairy items in his food to get healthy amounts of fats and proteins. To get necessary carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, fiber, and other micronutrients, Labrada eats rice, yams, fruits, vegetables, and oatmeal. One thing that has not changed is his reliance on clean, whole foods. Even at this stage of life, the legendary bodybuilder stays away from ultra-processed foods, packaged snacks that are high in simple carbohydrates, sugar, and salt. Therefore, it's no wonder that Lee Labrada looks like someone who could rock the stage at any time with a little preparation. The age-defying supplementation strategy. Being a professional bodybuilder required Labrada to rely on a complete nutrition plan. Since he was quite conscious about his nutrition during competing days, he included certain supplements as well, so it became as wholesome as possible. Whey protein for fast absorption, post-workout, and between meals when whole food wasn't practical. BCAAs, branched-chain amino acids, to keep his body in an anabolic condition during training and prevent muscle breakdown. Pre-workout supplements to ensure energy levels stayed at peak during intense workout sessions. Multivitamins to cover all micronutrient bases that might be missed in food. Fish oil for omega-3 fatty acids supporting joint health, reducing inflammation, and promoting cardiovascular function. Creatine for strength, power output, and muscle fullness. These supplements weren't magic pills or shortcuts. They filled gaps that whole food couldn't address efficiently. Labrada understood that supplements supplement a solid nutrition foundation. They don't replace it. The simplicity secret. What makes Labrada's nutrition sustainable for decades is its simplicity. Whole natural foods, he emphasizes. The closer to nature, the better the body can use it. Processed foods create inflammation, disrupt hormones, and accelerate aging. Exactly what Labrada has avoided. His approach proves that you don't need complicated meal timing windows, exotic superfoods, or expensive supplements to build an incredible physique and maintain it for life. You need high-quality whole foods, consistent meal timing, adequate protein at every meal, and the discipline to execute this plan day after day without deviation. The bottom line on Labrada nutrition. Labrada's nutrition isn't about restriction or complexity. It's about consistency, precision, and treating your body like the high-performance machine it is. At 65, he's proven that proper nutrition isn't just about looking good. It's about defying aging itself. His message is clear. Measure your food. Eat clean whole foods. Consume protein at every meal. Time your nutrition around training. Supplement strategically. Stay consistent for decades, not weeks. This isn't sexy or exciting, but it works. Labrada's physique at 65 is proof. Part 2. The training philosophy. Hard work pays off. I continue to say that. Labrada states with the confidence of a man who's proven it for over 4 decades. At 65, he's still training with the same precision and intensity that made him a legend, following principles that have kept him injury-free and competition-ready his entire career. The push-pull legs revolution. Lee Labrada's training split changed from time to time depending upon the phase of work. He switched the exercise sequence and selection and added new facets to his workouts to avoid training plateaus. However, the push-pull leg split was always his go-to training approach. Unlike the traditional bro split where a bodybuilder has dedicated training sessions for arms, shoulders, chest, back, and legs, the push-pull leg training split combines chest, shoulder, triceps, the pushing muscles, and back biceps, the pulling muscles. The push-pull leg training split is believed to be more effective in terms of developing functional strength while also retaining hypertrophy benefits. This split allowed Labrada to train each muscle group thoroughly while ensuring adequate recovery. Pushing muscles one day, pulling muscles the next, then legs, followed by rest. This rotation prevented overtraining while maintaining high training frequency. The high-volume approach. Labrada's training routine followed a high-volume training protocol. Such high-volume training adequately stimulated his muscle fibers, thereby facilitating greater muscular growth. He typically performed 12 to 16 sets per week for larger body parts like the back and legs. He adhered to a 10 to 12 set range for medium body parts like chest and shoulders. Meanwhile, smaller muscle groups like arms and calves had 6 to 9 sets of work dedicated to them. This volume wasn't random. It was calculated based on what his body responded to best. Labrada was known for being extremely serious about his workouts and did not waste time in the gym. He took rest periods when necessary and worked relentlessly otherwise. He tried to take most of his sets to failure, which helped him build and maintain lean muscle mass. The complete push-pull legs split workout. 1. Push day, targeting chest, shoulders, and triceps. Barbell bench press 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for foundational pressing strength. Flat dumbbell flies 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for chest stretch and contraction. Incline dumbbell flies 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, hitting upper chest from different angles. Incline. Dumbbell press 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for complete upper pec development. Dumbbell pullover 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, expanding the rib cage and hitting serratus. Cable chest flies 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for constant tension throughout the movement. This chest work totaled 18 to 24 sets, ensuring complete pectoral development from every angle. For shoulders, dumbbell lateral raises 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for middle deltoid width. Dumbbell shoulder press 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for overall shoulder mass. Barbell upright rows 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, hitting traps and shoulders together. One-arm dumbbell lateral raises 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for focused isolation. Seated cable lateral raises 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, maintaining constant tension. Triceps received cable pushdowns 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. One-arm dumbbell overhead extensions 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Lying dumbbell skull crushers 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Bench dips 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, finishing with body weight to failure. Workout 2, pull day hitting back, biceps and forearms. Reverse grip lat pull down 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for lat width and bicep involvement. Bent over barbell rows 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for back thickness. One-arm dumbbell rows 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, allowing focused unilateral work. Seated cable rows 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for mid-back development. Dumbbell shrugs 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, building massive traps. Barbell deadlifts 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. The king of back exercises, recruiting entire posterior chain. Biceps work included dumbbell concentration curls, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for peak contraction. Barbell curls, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for overall mass. Dumbbell hammer curls, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, hitting brachialis and brachioradialis. Dumbbell preacher curls 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, isolating biceps completely. Forearms received barbell wrist curls, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, ensuring grip strength and forearm development. Workout 3, leg day and core. Leg press 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for overall leg mass without spinal loading. Back squats, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, the foundation of leg development. Leg extensions, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, isolating quadriceps. Single leg squats, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for unilateral strength and balance. Leg curls, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps for hamstring development. Stiff leg deadlifts, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, hitting hamstrings and glutes. Seated leg curls, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, isolating hamstrings from different angles. Calves received seated calf raises, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Standing calf raises 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Calf press on leg press machine, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, ensuring complete calf development. Core work included cable crunches, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Hanging leg raises, 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, building functional core strength. The precision principle. Labrada used a weight that was quite challenging enough but not too heavy to mess up his exercise form. This principle is crucial. Ego lifting destroys joints and prevents proper muscle stimulation. Labrada understood that perfect form with challenging weight builds muscle more effectively than sloppy form with maximum weight. He focused on feeling the muscle work rather than just moving weight. This mind-muscle connection ensured that target muscles received maximum stimulation from every rep. When you're connected to the movement, you recruit more muscle fibers, create better tension, and build muscle more efficiently.
The cardio strategy. Owing to his fast metabolism, it was quite natural for Labrada to stay lean, and that too without spending too many hours performing cardio. He didn't over-rely on it. This is important. Excessive cardio can interfere with muscle growth and recovery. Labrada did enough to maintain conditioning without compromising muscle mass. When he did perform cardio, it was strategic. Moderate intensity for 20 to 30 minutes, 3 to 4 times per week. This maintained cardiovascular health and kept body fat under control without the excessive volume that burns muscle along with fat. The variation philosophy. Lee Labrada was well aware that sticking to the same exercise routine day in and day out can stall progress. Hence, he used to switch up his exercise routine regularly. He did so by either changing the exercises or their order, increasing or decreasing the number of sets and reps, and incorporating certain intensity techniques. This constant variation prevented adaptation. When your body adapts to a training stimulus, growth stops. By regularly changing variables, Labrada ensured his muscles were always challenged, always adapting, always growing. The training frequency. Lee Labrada used to train 5 to 6 days a week. It took him 3 workout sessions to train his entire body. This frequency allowed high volume on each muscle group while ensuring adequate recovery between sessions. Push day. Monday, pull day Wednesday, legs Friday, then repeat. This rotation provided optimal stimulus and recovery. Rest days were taken seriously. Recovery isn't just rest days. It's active preparation for the next training session. Proper sleep, strategic nutrition, targeted supplementation, and stress management all become critical for continued progress. The consistency commandment. Bodybuilding is just repetition. You have to just keep going over these things, Labrada emphasizes. This isn't about perfect workouts or perfect form every single day. It's about showing up consistently even when you don't feel like it, even when progress seems slow, even when motivation wanes. Labrada has trained for over 40 years. Not because every workout was perfect, but because he never stopped showing up. This consistency over decades built the physique that made him a legend and maintains the condition that keeps him looking 40 at 65. The Labrada legacy. At 65, Labrada proves that muscle building isn't a young man's game. It's a smart man's game. His principles work because they're based on fundamental human physiology, not temporary trends or genetic gifts. You don't need Labrada's genetics to benefit from his approach. You need his mindset. Consistency over perfection, precision over ego lifting, variation over monotony, recovery as seriously as training, and the understanding that training is a lifelong journey, not a temporary destination. Lee Labrada has shown us that age is negotiable when you have the right nutrition, the right training approach, and the right commitment to never stop improving. At 65, looking like 40, still moving like an athlete, still maintaining muscle mass and conditioning that most 30-year-olds would envy. This is what's possible when you apply science, discipline, and consistency for decades. Thanks for watching.